Hi guys, Kai here and welcome back. This is episode 19 of the FIFA 18 My Player Career. We are with Palermo and we are into the second half of the season. We're having a pretty decent season so far actually. Still pushing towards the top two places. Of course we want to go out and try and get promotion with those automatic promotion places. If we can't get the title, and then of course we want to get that second place and at the very least go up with promotion through the playoffs, which we failed to do last season, but I'm pretty confident that we can get promotion this time round, so fingers crossed we don't let ourselves down. We're also having a pretty good cup run right now as well. Already beat Napoli in the last round, as you may remember, and I think we've been drawn against, I think it's Roma in the next round, so it's going to be a tough semi-finals taking on Roma, one of the Italian giants of course, but we did go out and beat Napoli, so you never know what could happen. If we do beat Roma, that will put us into the final of the Italian Cup and then possibly just one game away from some European football for next season. So if we get promotion or not, European football sounds pretty good, doesn't it, for a small club like us? And when I say small club, we are currently a small club. We don't have the best of players, but we do have that man right there, the young Italian striker Kai. He scored his 25th goal of his career, I think that said. Less than 20 minutes gone, and already Palermo are in front. And hopefully we can go on forward and try and grab ourselves another goal or two and get the 3 points in the bag and get ourselves towards the top of that table. But there is Kai's 14th league goal of the season then. He's had a pretty decent year so far. I think he's already got more goals than he got last season, hasn't he? And we didn't play as many games last year as well, of course, because it was his debut season. And the manager just didn't have the confidence in Kai. Still a young player, of course, trying to get our stats up. And it is hard work getting your stats up with no training, but that's what we wanted to do. We didn't want him to grow too fast too soon. Now, I think he's 22 years old, and whoa, what a volley that was. Forget about Kai right now. Who was that? His striking partner with a cracking volley. Just over 5 minutes remaining, and Palermo sealed the victory with a nice goal. 2-0 now. And there we go then. 2 goals. We'll take that. Good performance all round as well from the whole team. Look at that ball over the top. No control. Just turns and volleys it into the bottom corner. 2 defenders around him. That didn't bother him. Nestorovsky. I think I said that right. Probably didn't, but what a cracking goal it was. Probably the goal of the month. Maybe one of the goals of the season, actually. Cracking volley it was. Goalkeeper didn't stand a chance. Kai currently on a 9.1 rated. We'll push it forward here, trying to find a third. I don't think we're going to have enough time here to grab the third goal. And there is the final whistle then. So good performance there for Palermo. Another 3 points in the bag. Another victory. And hopefully we can keep cracking on then with these wins. Kai finishing the game there with 1 goal, of course, no assist. Finishes the game with a 9.1 final match rating. So let's head into the second game then of today's episode. It is away from home, taking on Avellino. 23rd of February, I believe the date is. And then I think after this game or the next one, we do have the semi-finals against Roma in the Italian Cup, which hopefully we do get chosen for. As I said, we are playing a lot more games this season than we did last year, so I think we will get in there on that next game, or in the cup that is. Nice little interception there early on from Kai, bumps him up straight to a 6.4 with a nice pass as well. Looking for an early goal here, Palermo, bit of space, open up, ball played over the top. It's going to be a poor one, I think. Headed over though, and almost into the back of net. Unlucky, good chance though. Good start for Palermo, 3 minutes in, and already had the first shot on goal. Unluckily not on target though. But let's see if we can push on. Half an hour played here, still 0-0. Palermo in possession though. Kai just has an extra touch there, a bit too much on it, and he does win it back though. His pass is poor, and Avellino do have possession back themselves. And they're going to go on the attack straight through the middle of the midfield. And there's a run on. Not watched there by the left back. A bit of space open up here. Has cut itself back. And there is the shot. And smashes it into the back of the net. The defence was terrible there. You could see the runs come in from miles away. But still the defenders let them do it. And a nice goal there. 10 minutes to play in the first half. It is Palermo 0. Avellino 1. And look at this, boom, first time effort. Goalkeeper didn't stand a chance. I think his vision was actually blocked there by 2 defenders as that one was smacked. But let's see if we can try and get ourselves back into this game. Still trailing 1-0. Avellino pushing forward, looking for a second. Nice little interception played there for Kai. Kai's dropped so far deep. Try and get in on the action to try and get ourselves an equaliser. He's forced back, tried to play it through the middle between 3 defenders. He couldn't quite work it. And here he is again. Nice little touch, cuts back into the middle. Going to carry on his run. A bit of space open up if somebody can find him. Shot comes in off the woodwork. That would have been a cracking goal if that one had flown in. Still the attack is on here for Palermo. Cleared away though. And can we get this one back? No, we cannot. But what a cracking chance that was. I thought that was going to be flying into the back of the net. 5 minutes remaining. We've given the ball away. Yeah, but somehow we do have it back. A little bit of luck there. Kai gets it, and I did not mean to do that. Yeah, for some reason, hitting the shoot button from there. I didn't think he was going to get it. He was trying to do the standing challenge. But oh well. Still got maybe one last attack in us to find this equalising goal. A minute to play here as Kai cuts inside the middle. Nice little back heel play through. Shot comes in. Oh, I thought that was going into the bottom corner there. But unfortunately for us, it did hit the woodwork for the second time in the second half. And the score remains 1-0 to Avellino. And I think that is going to be it. Kai's had a pretty decent game, but the score is not what we want. 1-0 down. There is the final whistle. Kai finishes the game with a 7.3 final match rating. Some work to do then. That is not what we wanted. We want to try and get on a nice little run of wins. But let's just have a look at Kai's stats. You can see there, 25 games played in the league, 14 goals. There are his current attributes, so feel free to pause that if you want to go ahead and have a look at them in a little bit more in depth. 16 goals in total this year, 73 overall rated. And we've got Empoli next up. It is the first game in March, and oh, that's good because they don't have enough players to play this game, which is the second time it's happened actually this year. And so they've forfeited. That means that we have an easy 3-0 victory, 3 points in the bag. And there is the email just to confirm their forfeit. But we'll take that. We'll have that all day long. But even though that we did lose that game against Avellino, we do go ahead and get the Player of the Month there for Kai, which is maybe his first or second this season. I can't remember actually. But we've got 2 games coming up. As you can see, the one in the league being against Crotone, and the one in the semi-finals of the Italian Cup is against Roma, which are a day apart. So what I'm going to do is start this game, because obviously I have been chosen to make the starting 11, but I don't want to play the full 90 minutes, because if we're tired, then we may not make the first leg game against Roma. So we're going to play about half an hour of this first match, then request a substitution, get subbed off. But before we do get subbed off, let's try and get ourselves a goal at least to help Roma get the 3 points. Palermo get the 3 points. Especially after we did lose our last game, and that's not counting the easy 3 points we got gifted against Empoli, though, of course. Come on, let's try and fight forward. Oh, he's giving this one away. Kaiser plays it through. Nice little through ball. And what's he doing? He had all the space to go ahead and take on the shot himself, but he decided for some reason to try and play it in there for Kai. And Kai was nowhere near. It was actually 2 defenders there in front of him and the ball. And it was nowhere near Kai. So still got a minute or so to play before Kai does get substituted. Well, once the ball goes out to play, of course. We have requested to be taken off. And his stamina is not too bad, but of course if we do play the full 90 minutes, he's going to be tied for tomorrow's game against Roma. And don't want to be conceding. There we go. Is it going to go out of play? It is indeed. So finally, just over half an hour played, and Kai is going to be replaced here. He goes off, and Gumina, is that how you pronounce his name? Antonio Lagumina. He's the one that comes on in his place. Hopefully Palermo can get the 3 points in that match. But here is the big one which Kai wants to play in. And as you can see, he does make the starting 11. It's going to be an important game, this. It is a 2-legged cup tie, of course. So Roma, they need to grab themselves an away goal or 2. And we need to try and not concede. That will give us a good advantage going into that second leg. So I will take a 0-0 draw. But obviously we are the home side, so we want to go out and play for the victory, and hopefully Kai has some kind of impact on that. But right now it is Roma. They are defending, playing very patiently from the back, and Palermo do win possession. Nice little ball there. Kai's going to pick it up. Bit of space open up straight through the middle, unlike Roma. 5 minutes in, and that one's given away. A little bit of danger here, twisting and turning. Thankfully the Palermo defence are wide awake right now. Hopefully they can stay awake for the rest of the game. 90 minutes, or 83 minutes remaining now. As Kai pushes forward, currently sitting on a 6.3 rated, cuts inside, tries to play it to his teammate. Defender read that one though, and does get the ball clear. So less than 10 minutes gone, and it is Palermo who have the first attacking options of the game from this corner. Goes towards Kai. Kai nods it onto the far post, and there it is. His teammate was waiting at the far post, and Palermo have scored the first goal of the game. Everybody was writing us off. Roma, the big favourites going into this one. But remember, we did knock out Napoli in the last tie, and now we are 1-0 up against Roma. Now, if we don't concede, that will give us a huge advantage going into that second leg, because of course Roma will not have an away goal. Then we just need to try and get ourselves an away goal in that second leg, and we will be looking good for a place in the cup final. I still can't believe that we are in the semis, to be honest, but this is where we are, and it is Roma right now looking to get themselves an equaliser. Playing straight through the middle onto this near side right now. Cross comes in near post, headed on, and the goalkeeper is there. He tips over the crossbar, and good defensive play. And in fact, it would have been given a free kick anyway, because there was a little bit of shove in there, I believe. So it doesn't really matter that the goalkeeper made a cracking save. It wouldn't have counted. But nice little interception there from Kai. He's on a 6.9 rating. He's charging all the way forward. He's got support in the middle, which he sees. And there is the second goal of the game. That bumps Kai up to an 8.3 rated. 22.5 minutes gone. It is Palermo 2, Roma 0. And who would have thought the score would be 2-0 to Palermo so early on in this match. Just on the edge of the 6-yard box there. He managed to slide in just underneath the goalkeeper and scores his third cup goal of the season. Kai gets the assist as well, of course, and we are looking good. We're into the final 5 minutes now. Don't concede late on, that would be a huge blow if we do concede here. And the goalkeeper was there to make another cracking save. He has been a man on form today. Really kept Palermo in this one and kept Roma from scoring. The Roma goalkeeper is up in the area. That one's cleared forward. Kai needs to win it, which he does. He needs to go forward if he can, and he just blasts it out of play. I don't know why he did that. And there was an open goal, of course. But never mind. We don't mind wasting a little bit of time. Never mind that the goalkeeper was out of his goal. And now we're just waiting for that final whistle to blow, and it will be a very good result here for Palermo. Probably the result of the season so far for us, even more so than beating Napoli. And maybe one last attack here for another goal. Kai goes for the finesse, but not enough power on it. Not much lift on it too. But there is the final whistle. Palermo 2 and Roma 0.